Hey guys, how you doing? We'll give you a few seconds to pop on here. We got some pretty cool things going. I'll give you a few seconds to check in. Otherwise, you can watch this a little bit later, recorded. But we're going to try to go live here in a second. I'll give you a minute to check in. Man, it's hotter than a booger in here. Give you guys a second to pop on. All right, well, we're going live anyway. So if you end up jumping in here, you're probably going to be a little confused, so you might want to watch this later. Anyway, we got some pretty cool news coming our way starting June 1st. And so what I want to do is I want to introduce you guys to our new youth minister. You might know him. I've known him for almost my whole life, since I know at least since he was 7, but maybe even before that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have some lunch with you guys, and I'm going to interview him. His name is Logan Myers. You might know him, but he is going to be our youth minister starting June 1st. And so collectively as a leadership team, we've decided that it's the best route to go ahead and bring him forward and to have him part of our team. He's not only going to be our youth minister, but he's also going to be a part of our preaching team. So that's going to be some exciting things that are happening. And so Logan and I are going to have lunch together right now, and we just want to invite you to join us. Go ahead and have a seat, Logan. Thanks for being with me, man.
I'm not excited at all.
Now, you guys may be wondering what we're doing here, but I love this show called Hot Ones on YouTube. It's hosted by a guy named Sean Evans, and what he does is he interviews celebrities, and they just progressively go through hot wings as they do the interview. And I thought this was the most genius thing I had ever seen. In fact, I'm a little jealous that I didn't come up with the idea myself. And so what I did is I asked Logan if he would be okay with going through a progressive question interview. And each question, we're going to eat a wing with a different sauce that progressively gets hotter. And we're going to try to evaluate the sauces. And then I'm going to ask him a question as we move forward. And so I've got eight questions with 8 different sauces. And I'll introduce the sauce to you, and we'll take a bite of the wing. And then I'll ask him the question, and I just hope that we could get through this whole thing together. Yeah, we may do some of this stuff more often. We're just going to call it lunch with your preachers. And hopefully one day I'll get Rick and Ken to join us in this hot wing challenge. But as of right now, Logan and I will go through this stuff by ourselves. But Logan, why don't you go ahead and just introduce yourself before we get started, just briefly, and just tell them who you are and where you've come from.
Yeah. Like Brandon said, I'm Logan Myers. I actually went to church here. My father served here at First Christian in Camp Point from 1998 until about 2006. So I grew up going to church here, and I'm super excited to be back. I'm really looking forward to just serving the youth and serving at FCC because it's a great opportunity for me and my family. Speaking of which, I have a wife, Charlotte, and she is the mother to our 2 beautiful children, Kara, who is 2, and Legan, who just turned 7 months old a couple weeks ago. So yeah, really excited to be here. Really excited to have this opportunity. I've been out of ministry vocationally for about a year now, and I'm looking forward to jumping back in and just having an opportunity to put some skills I believe God has blessed me with to work. So really excited to get to work. Really excited to serve. Really excited to be here. I'm not excited to eat these spicy wings.
I got to tell you, man, we're excited to have you on board. We look forward to seeing what God does with you, and so let's just take a moment to get to know Logan a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and start eating lunch. The first sauce, this actually, they threw it in as I purchased because I bought a lot of sauces. So most of these come from Buffalo Wild Wings, but I also got one from Native Grill. I don't know if there's any trademark, or we're probably doing so many things illegal right now, but that's okay. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, this idea came from the Hot One show, so go watch that. Sean Evans, great show. That's what inspired this. We also have a bunch of donuts here because I know that I'm going to need them.
It's a necessity.
Yeah, and so when things get a little out of hand, and I'll go ahead and just tell you, I'm already sweating, and so we haven't even started. But the first wing is called Bourbon Honey Mustard. It's a Southern draw with a Cajun kick. And so this is the first one. We're going to go ahead and dive in. And then I'm going to ask Logan the first question. So,
cheers.
Oh,
are we social distancing right now?
Probably not.
That's not too bad.
That one's not bad at all. That one didn't really have much of a kick to it. You can definitely taste the honey mustard. Yeah. I don't taste much of the Cajun though.
Nope.
So Logan, first question. What did you dream to be when you were a kid? Is this where you thought you would be?
No, not at all. When I was a little kid, my number one dream job was to become a professional hunter. I wanted nothing more than to be the next Bill Jordan. For those of you who don't know who that is, he's a guy who was on the Sportsman's Channel many times, and he just made a career for himself off of marketing hunting and selling hunting and just being a good sportsman and giving back to the environment, things like that. So that's what I really wanted to do as a little kid. And then as time progressed and I grew up in life, I always kind of felt a calling to serve in some way, but I never really was sure how I was going to do that. And so when I was a little kid, no, I would have never imagined I'd be here. But dreams change and life moves on, and it's led me to where I am today. And so I'm really excited about that. But God is good all the time in that.
Awesome, man. What's our second sauce? Okay. Sorry, folks. We're just we're kind of going with the flow here.
The list is over there if you wanted to grab that.
Yeah, that's true. Let's just get that.
Hi, Mom.
The next one is a medium. It's a medium. I feel like this one's really going to jump out at us because I feel like we went from a pretty mild one and we're just going to go into the thick, and it's not going to get any better from here.
Yeah, we're jumping from the shallow end off the diving board.
Yeah, I feel like it. We're not at the deep end yet, but this is one where you need to know how to swim to kind of continue.
Absolutely.
So this is a medium sauce here. I like traditional buffalo sauce. Do you like buffalo sauce?
Not a bit.
Oh boy. Okay, so this is going to be our second one, and we'll go ahead and grab that bad boy. Now, mind you, we don't have any ranch or anything cooling this off. None of us have gone into the donut world yet. But this one's kind of sneaking up on me. What do you think about that one, Logan?
It's not too bad.
She's lingering on the tongue a bit. I'm going to go ahead and read this question because I feel like in a moment I'm not going to be able to do it. And so here we go. If you were stuck on a deserted island, what are 3 things that you absolutely must have?
Well, not buffalo sauce.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's always I hate that question because everybody wants to give the easy answers of I'd bring this, this, and this. But honestly, if I'm stuck on a deserted island, I want 3 things. I want a saw, I want a hammer, and I want a huge thing of nails. And I'm going to build a boat and get off of the deserted island so I can get back to seeing my family. Because I'm not going to take a phone. There's no phone service. Having a book doesn't do me any good besides just sitting there. And I want to get off that island because it's hot. I don't like hot places. I don't like hot things.
I hear that.
So hammer, saw, nails. I'm going to build a boat and get off.
So you're one of those guys that you would say you're pretty practical. You're not into the whole I'm all practical. I need the practical tools. I'm ready to go.
I would say in most situations, yeah, I'm a pretty practical person.
All right.
It's a safer way for me to be, I guess.
Hot honey. That's the third one. That's not hot honey. Oh, spicy garlic.
That's the honey hot.
Listen, I'm confused here because we're all right. The third one is spicy garlic. Now, some of these sauces I've never had before. This is one of them. I've only had maybe a few of these sauces in my life. And one of them I know for sure is miserable, and I'm not looking forward to that one at all. But this one is a spicy garlic. The medium one is still sticking with me, so I feel like I'm going to be in tears by the time we even get through the first few. But this is spicy garlic. Have you ever had this one?
Nope.
It is basically a buffalo sauce with a kick of garlic. So let's see how strong that kick of garlic is, shall we? I got it in my finger. I have to go home and kiss the wife after that sauce.
I'll tell you what, that's a Chuck Norris kick of garlic right there.
Yeah, it is.
There's some garlic. But not super spicy. I mean, it's bearable.
I thought the medium sauce that we just had is a little bit spicier than that one.
Yeah, the garlic might have milded it down a little bit. I haven't even taken a drink of water yet.
Listen, I've had you from the beginning. I mean, it's just, I know where it's going and I'm afraid. And so, okay. So here's the next question. Why youth ministry? I mean, we already talked about kind of where you were, what your goals were, and that you wanted to be a skillful hunter and all these cool dreams. Why did you go into youth ministry?
Absolutely. As a kid, I had the opportunity to go to youth group here on Wednesday nights at First Christian Church, and there were some people who were sponsors of that youth group who poured into my life a lot when they didn't have to. They just made the decision to say, hey, Logan's a good kid. We're gonna try and make sure that he has every possibility he has to succeed with Christ. And my mom and dad obviously played a big part in helping develop my faith, but I attribute a lot of my appreciation for youth ministry to the people who were youth ministers to me, because everybody that was here knew me from the time I was a little kid, and they decided to pour into me and see what I could become someday. And so I'm really thankful for that. And that's kind of what led me to want to give back to being, just being that person for somebody else, helping to develop a youth relationship with Christ. So I think that's kind of what led me to youth ministry in general, was just an opportunity to give back to what was so important in impacting my life.
Cool. I'm kind of impressed with you, Logan, because you're just manhandling this thing. Like, you're not even. I'm over here dripping snot and sweat all over the place, and we
haven't gotten down here yet.
We're still in the first row, but this next sauce is actually my favorite sauce from Native Wings, and it's called Hot Honey, and it's got great flavor, but it does have a little bit of a kick, and so I just kind of threw it in where I thought it would be, and so this is the Hot Honey from Native Wing. By the way, these are the strippers from Native Wing. I'm not sure if I could say this, but when I called the order, the strippers, listen, when I had to call to order the chicken strips here, I asked them, how many come, in their pound, because they sell them by the pound and a half pound. And they said, do you want your strippers naked? And I didn't think as a minister I would ever have to answer that question. But we got them plain, which they use the word naked there. So we've got a bunch of naked strippers that we're eating with a bunch of different sauces. So let that be a little humor for you this afternoon. But this is called the Hot Honey. It's my favorite over at Native Wings. And that's the only sauce we got that was outside of Buffalo Wild Wings. So here we go.
A little more heat to that one.
You like that one?
It's not bad, but there is definitely some added heat to that one.
I took kind of a big bite.
Yeah. Sorry, I was eating while you were talking.
Oh, yeah, I heard you.
Hope that wasn't rude.
Okay. If you had one day, oh boy.
With no restrictions.
If you had one day with absolutely no restrictions, there was no financial pressure. In fact, let's say that anything you want to do is free of charge. What would your day look like?
Wow. That just opens.
That one's sneaking up on me.
That just opens the game so much when there's no restrictions at all. If you had one day to do whatever you want and there were restrictions, a perfect day for me, I would probably be in October. 75 is the high, but wake up, it's 45 in the morning. I'm gonna go hunting. I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna spend some time with my family. Have lunch with them, and then go play a round of disc golf with my friends or some friends. And that's one thing I really enjoy doing. I just like being outside, so I just would probably try and spend a lot of time outside. That's actually something I'm really trying to do this summer on the longest day of the year, is just spend the whole day outside because it's on a Saturday. So yeah, that's something I love to do, is be outside. I would probably try and spend it outside as much as I could, but with the no restrictions money-wise, I might hop on a private jet and fly to like the world's greatest theme park, or go to Mount Rushmore. No, I'm not going to go to Mount Rushmore, but the options are limitless. But a perfect day for me just kind of is going and doing some hunting or fishing. I'm an outdoor person. Spending some time with my kids and my wife, playing around a disc golf or even regular golf, and just spending some time with the people that I love and have a relationship with, and just filling up the cup, if you will.
You sound like a very cheap date.
Yeah. I gotta spend all my money taking care of my family, so I don't have a whole lot left to spend on myself, I guess.
I hear you. I hear you. All right, this next one is called Hot Barbecue, and I'm telling you, I'm already feeling it. Are you feeling it at all? Like
a little bit.
Your tongue a little tingly?
Yeah.
My tongue's a lot tingly.
I got a little spice. It's like a Latin samba on the tip of my tongue.
This one's called Hot Barbecue. It says rich barbecue sauce with a touch of heat. I have a feeling that's a bold-faced lie. So, okay, hot barbecue, here we come.
That's good. I like it.
You weren't kidding. That is a good one.
Pretty good taste.
It's got the kick is a sneaky one. It just kind of comes in there. Okay. Ooh. I have a feeling it's about to get real.
Yeah, we're getting to the last
we're on the last row here. We've got 3 more after this one. Okay, here's your question here. Mm-hmm. What are 3 things that you absolutely love? And it could be anything in the spectrum, from your favorite color to your favorite, I don't know, Hollywood movie star. You just what's your top 3? Just give us 3 favorites of something.
Number 1 thing that I love is just my Heavenly Father. You know, I mean, that sounds super cliche sitting here in the church eating hot wings, but like there's so much that He has given to me, my family, and in so many ways that He's blessed me. So like number 1 there has got to be Him. Number 2 is my family. You know, my parents, my wife, my kids. You know, even you, Brandon, I consider you to be part of my family. You know, blood doesn't always equal family. I've got so many friends that are actually family to me that I've known since we were little kids, you know, riding tricycles together. Shout out Tyler Clevender, I see you on here. But, you know, just love my family and friends. Ethan Linnemeyer, hey, what's up, bro? You should try this sometime. It's a horrible idea. But, yeah, just love all of that and super love all of those things. But then the third thing is it might be kind of hard to tell by my small stature and physique that I really love food. I'm a foodie, good food, tasty food, large quantities of food. All of those things are my top 3 of loves. Is just I love good food. You know.
So what's your favorite food? Let's narrow this thing down.
4th of July cookout, burgers, brats, hot dogs, potatoes, anything like that.
Okay.
Favorite top. I will never turn down a burger, and most of the time cookies are like the number 1 sweets. I always tell people I've never met a cookie I didn't like.
Ooh, glory.
And pie is a close second. There's two kinds of pie, hot and cold. So that's all you need to know about that.
I like pie myself, actually. All right, so what's your favorite family member? No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to answer that.
My wife.
Oh, hey, there you go. All right. Oh, man. I'm doing the hot sweats over here. I've got a tear. I can't read this far away anyway. So Tyler, everybody who he just mentioned, Ethan, I know you know how hot it's going to get, Ethan, because you and I have done one of these before.
Sorry if I didn't mention anybody. I just can only see the names at the bottom of the screen.
I can't read any of them because my vision's bad and I'm crying over here. You can't see the tears yet, but they're coming. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This one is a mango habanero. It says habanero heat with a touch of sweet. So we're flipping the script here. We're losing the sweet and getting into the heat. So, are you hurting yet?
I'm okay.
All right, here we go. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had that one before?
No. I've never had that one.
I don't know if it's like because there's the heat.
Yeah.
It's a late comer to the party. Woo! That one's spicy, friends. That one is spicy, for sure.
Okay. What's your favorite book of the Bible and why?
That's a toss-up. I have 2 that are probably my top favorites. The first one's the Gospel of Matthew, probably because I've read it so many times in my life. I would say I'm going to start reading the Bible, and I would jump right into reading the Bible. And where am I going to start? The New Testament. Okay, we'll just jump at the New Testament and go with that. Heat is really starting to kick in. Wow,
I can't talk. I'm just going to let you keep breathing.
But
my tongue is hurting.
But I've probably read the Gospel of Matthew more than any other book because I would start reading at Matthew and as a kid, fizzle out and not continue to read. But that was probably my favorite. And then when I got into Bible college and graduated from Lincoln Christian University, I really started to read the book of Romans a little bit more. And just the way that Paul kind of encourages but convicts all at the same time. It's just a good thing for him. And, Romans 1:16 is probably one of my favorite Bible verses. For I'm not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God for salvation, first to Jews and then to Gentiles. But, when I was a kid growing up, I would never say I was ashamed of my faith, but I never really talked about it. I didn't think people wanted to hear me talk about my faith. So when I got into college, it really bared down on being a Christian, just saying, I'm not ashamed of my faith. I'm proud of being a Christian. I'm proud of what God has done for me and who I am in Christ. So that's kind of, Romans is probably my favorite. Matthew is probably a close second, but
I'm going to be honest. I missed the whole first part of that answer. My tongue is hurting, and now my lips are starting
I don't
to
know
hurt.
if you can see it or not, but there is a large amount of sweat and tears on this man's face.
Listen,
I feel sorry for him right now. He's in pain.
I am in pain.
This is what he does because he loves you all.
That is true. And I wanted Logan to come into this world with a bang. And so I figured I will put myself through the scrutiny.
Do you think this is what they were talking about with tongues of fire and axe?
I'm starting to wonder.
Okay.
I'm starting to wonder.
Whew, just out of curiosity,
But mind you, I have not dipped into the sweets yet. I have not taken a bite of any donut. Now, I've been drinking the water and chewing on the ice.
I haven't even taken a drink yet. Trying to experience the fullness of the heat.
Now, this next sauce, it's called the Wild.
It's for a reason.
It says buffalo with intense heat.
It's about to get wild. Let's do it.
I don't know. I'm going to need a moment of preparation.
Do it.
Hold on. Let me
Come on.
get the water ready. Do you need a refill?
I haven't drank any water yet.
Okay. All right. We just got to get this done and over with. It's called the Wild.
Buffalo-y.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Ugh. Oh boy. Listen, I am not ashamed. Listen.
This one is staring me down, like laughing at me, though. I know that one's going to be awful.
Oh man.
I'm fully aware.
I am not ashamed to tell you that I am a sissy when it comes to heat. And this one's tough. All right. So, my eyes are watering so bad I can't even read my question. Okay. How do you stay in touch with youth culture? I mean, you and I, we're only getting older,
Yeah.
and they say that youth culture... Hold on. They say that the youth recycle, like generations recycle about every 5 years. And so I don't know if you've ever been back to high school to visit after you've graduated to see how different things are.
Yeah.
So how would you say you stay in touch with the youth culture?
Well, the biggest way that I probably stay in touch is just listening to what high schoolers and junior hires have to say. If you develop a relationship with a teenager, maybe when you're not their parent, they don't always want to share everything with their parents. It's a hard relationship to share everything because sometimes they feel like they're getting in trouble or something. I don't know. But one thing I do is I just listen and talk to them. And, I'll catch little bits here and there and hear about what they like and what they enjoy. And so I'll check that out. I feel like I have an advantage today over people who did youth ministry 20 or 30 years ago because I have a thing called the internet. I mean, there's a constant barrage of information coming at you about just different things that kids like to do. And, you just get on Google for 20 minutes or Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, anything, and you'll start to see stuff that kids like and enjoy and want to do. So that's kind of how I stay in touch. Just listen to the kids, and the internet's super helpful in that. I definitely don't stay in touch with the whole fashion part of things. Like I'm wearing clothes that don't match right now. My wife let me know that before I left the house. So feel free to make fun of my clothes not matching if you'd like to. But
What is it with wives that feel like they just have the obligation to tell us that we look sloppy?
I don't know.
I mean, if I wear anything that even matches, my wife calls me a fruit of that color. Like, if I wear blue, she calls me a blueberry.
So did you call you a line before you left the house?
No.
See, my wife just told me she better hope that nobody sees my shorts because my shorts don't match my shirt.
Yeah, you don't know what we're wearing underneath, and that might be for your protection.
I've got shorts on.
So would you be opposed of having like magazines that are like, like 17 and all those youth culture magazines, or do you think that that's just too far? People look at you weird for having that.
I've never owned any magazines or anything like that with youth culture. I mean, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a teenager actually reading a magazine present time. So, but I mean, a big thing for a lot of them nowadays is, TikTok and things like that. Make funny videos, dancing videos, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I know what that is, but I don't make TikToks, I guess. So,
yeah.
I mean, live in the world, not of the world. I don't know. I've never owned a magazine to help stay in touch with youth culture, but I don't know if it helps you understand them, how to minister to them better. I mean,
Sure.
just have a reason for why you're doing it, I guess. I don't know.
Now, of all the sauces that we've had so far, which one would you say is the hottest?
The wild so far has probably been the hottest. It got pretty wild. My mouth's a little on fire right now, but
See, mine started with the mango habanero, and I haven't really kicked that yet. And I don't know if it's just piggybacking or...
see, I was just kind of trying to burn all of my taste buds off before we got to this one, because I'm not excited about that at all. It's going to be rough. It's going to be very rough.
I'm going to challenge you to up the ante a little bit.
What?
Now, this one is the hottest sauce that they have at Buffalo Wild Wings, called the Blazing
Oh
Sauce.
my gosh.
I'm going to challenge you, and I'm going to do it with you. Now, I know this is insanity, because, but what do you say we cover the entire wing in the Blazing?
It's pretty covered.
You up for it?
This is a horrible idea. This is a horrible idea.
What do you think?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Oh my gosh. There's like 2 ounces of blazing sauce.
Oh, boy.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Now, oh, I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. Oh, yeah, baby. There it is.
Just so you all are aware of what he's doing to us.
Now, this is the last question, okay? And so, oh boy, why did we do? Why did I do this to us?
This was your idea.
I felt like you've been doing really well. Like I'm over here struggling.
I'm terrified of this.
You're doing great.
Like-
Hey, you missed a spot, by the way. You gotta. I mean,
You poured it.
I know. And so I'm really hoping. I know that this is gonna hurt me,
Like-
but I'm really hoping that this hurts you.
Like I've avoided. Like you've been getting people to do this for like a decade or more.
I have.
And I've avoided this with you for that long.
Have you never had a blazing wing?
Never had a blazing wing.
Oh, and the
Not
bad part
once.
is it's not even fresh, and so it's a little bit milder compared to coming straight from the fryer. I mean, it's still gonna hurt. I'm not
Straight from
gonna.
the mouth of the dragon, huh?
That's right.
Like this is the stuff they're speaking about
This
in
is
Revelation.
it. This is it. And just so all of you guys know, if you're ever wanting to try any of these sauces, I've got a supply.
He's got a plethora.
Yeah, I've got a supply now.
Yep.
And so I'll gladly let you try one of these soon. But here's to the
I think we're about
blazing.
to experience the Last Supper.
We got the Last Supper up here, and we're about to have a Last Supper right here.
Oh gosh.
Here we go. This is blazing. Okay. Oh boy. I gotta get this question out before I
I'm
start.
not gonna lie to you. That doesn't taste good.
It's not meant for taste. This is meant for pain.
Yeah.
Oh boy. What what do you hope to accomplish while you're here at First Christian Church? Holy moly!
Just a second.
My tongue is burning.
Okay, composure. My biggest thing that I hope to accomplish at FCC is just to be
I gotta fold on, sorry.
to be for others what others have been for me.
Oh.
To love on people, to minister to teenagers and even adults to the best of my ability, and just to use any gift that God has granted me with to serve Him. That's my goal at FCC. Can I get some of that water? Please. Okay, fine. I'll get it myself.
I really want to help you.
Oh, man. This is one of the silliest things I think I've ever done in my whole life.
Ah.
How many times have you done this?
Too many. And I still haven't learned.
What is it that is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results? What's that called? Can somebody answer that in the comments for me? Is the donut helping?
No.
Okay. We're going to try the old-fashioned donut. But, yeah, my biggest goal at FCC is just to... Oh, gosh, I'm cramping. The donut does not help at all. Not one bit. Oh. I'm really sorry that I can't answer this question promptly. Insanity. Thank you, Danny Pease.
I don't expect a different result. I know it hurts.
This is very silly, Brandon. This is very, very silly.
Wow, none of those other sauces even came close.
Woo, not even a bit. To serve Christ, to serve others, and to love people as Christ has loved the church. That's my goal.
Keep talking, I gotta go fill up the water.
He's gonna, hey, take the picture. Take the picture. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank the leadership and then the folks at First Christian Church for bringing me on. I'm so sorry. For bringing me on to just join what I think is going to be a really good thing here in Camp Point and the surrounding area. Just an opportunity to serve and to grow and to work with one another every single day. It's really hot. It's really, really hot. I hope that, at some point, the people of FCC and Camp Point can be as on fire for God as my mouth is because of this blazing sauce. Did you just drink the whole pitcher on the way back?
No.
I think it's like sitting like right here. I can feel it like on fire. I was talking the whole time you were gone. I think it's your turn to talk for a little bit while I just cry.
Well, this is going to be about a 10-minute recovery process. Thank you guys for joining us for lunch today. I hope that you had fun. Hold on.
I hope you're laughing a lot right now at the pain that we're experiencing. I won't be doing this again, Brandon. Nope.
I'm sure I will be. Just because, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And the way to a youth is doing crazy things. Whew.
Can this be like the ice bucket challenge? So now we've done it, we're going to call out Rick and Ken.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I think so. That blazing was by far the hottest one out of all of them. I mean, of course. But there wasn't even a comparison.
Nope. Not even close.
We should have just done 8 wings with the blazing.
No, not a chance.
I'm going to need a little more water. Anyway, thank you guys for being a part of our lunch today. Thanks for, just laughing with us, hurting with us. And I just want to say, hurry up. I want to say thanks to Logan for undergoing this hurt with me. And we look forward to seeing what you do here. And we're excited to have you on board come next week. And I've been praying for you since I knew you were coming. And anything we could do to make your ministry successful here, we want to stand behind you. So welcome aboard, man. And I look forward to doing ministry with you.
I'm looking forward to it.
For the rest of you, cheers to you.
Stay blazing, my friends.
I've got a bunch of sauces that you could try when you guys come to us. But hey, we're excited for what God's doing here at FCC, and we look forward to seeing what the future holds. God bless. Thanks for having lunch with us. You guys take it easy.